According to Reliance of the Traveler, a classic manual of Islamic sacred law, on page 652, it defines shirk as ascribing partners to God Most High, which means to hold that God has an equal. And this is important because this is exactly what Muhammad does again. We can see in Sahih Bukhari 3167, narrated Abu Huraira, while we were in the mosque, the Prophet came out and said, "Let us go to the Jews." We went out till we reached Beit el Midras. He said to them, "If you embrace Islam, you will be safe. You should know that the earth belongs to Allah and His Apostle, and I want to expel you from this land. So if anyone amongst you owns some property, he is permitted to sell it. Otherwise, you should know that the earth belongs to Allah and His Apostle." So that's interesting. I was keenly aware that God owned the world, but what I was not aware of until currently looking at this hadith is that Muhammad owns the world as well. So what does that mean? That Muhammad has placed himself on the same level as Allah, which means that Muhammad has committed shirk. Now it is time for us to see what the penalty for shirk is. We can see in Surah chapter 4 verse 48 it says, "Indeed Allah does not forgive associates with him, but he forgives what is less than that for whom he wills." So it's clear that he does not forgive shirk, but he forgives lesser offenses if he so wills to do so. And who associates others with the law has certainly fabricated a tremendous sin, which is quite clear, which is what Muhammad has done. Let's continue on. We can see in Surah chapter 5 verse 72 it says, "They have certainly disbelieved who say Allah is the Messiah, the son of Mary, while the Messiah said, 'O children of Israel, worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Indeed, he who associates others with Allah, Allah has forbidden him paradise, and his refuge is the fire, and there are not for the wrongdoers any helpers.'" So it's quite clear that somebody who associates people with Allah or persons with Allah, that he is not promised paradise, but he is promised the hellfire, which is precisely where, according to the Quran, Muhammad is going to go because he has committed shirk. So with that being the case, if the greatest prophet, according to Islam, is going to hell, according to the Quran, then what hope do you Muslims have? I'll tell you what hope you have. In Islam, you have none. But outside Islam, if you come to the true and living Christ, who came down from heaven, lived a perfect life that you and I could not live, he died on the cross to pay for everybody's sins. But he didn't stay dead. No, 3 days later, he rose again from the dead, and he invites you to make him the Lord of your life, that you might be reconciled to God and spend eternity with him.